Guys, what's up? It's Denny back. Today we're doing some disc brake work. I finished up putting the master cylinder in, the servo for it, and ran the lines. And mounting this thing on there was kind of tricky because when I built this thing, I anticipated, stuff 20 years ago. And now it's like the whole world's evolved on new stuff that's come out, like hydraulic disc brakes. I mean, who would ever thought that would be out? And I tried making them 20 years ago, and it was just epic failure for me. So I mounted the master cylinder right on the cowl where it should be mounted. You can see right there. And I used some fender shims and stuff just to kind of like slam it together. And I made a shock mount out of it too, which I'm going to have to trim this off because I was playing with my shock angles. And I got the lines here, front and rear. Now you see the front line's bigger. This is the line that comes with the kit. This is actually an air shock line because this should be mounted mid-ship of the RC car. This line here was not long enough that they gave me this stuff here, so I actually got some air shock line, which I may use it because it's more flexible, and this is pretty stiff when it comes to steering and all that, and it's kind of a pain in the balls. But right now I weighed in this thing last night, and believe it or not, it comes in with the nose and the hood on it, and everything but the batteries, and I haven't got the interior built yet. It weighs in at 43 pounds. So, it's a big boy. And it puts the that 22 kV brushless motor and the Sen transmission to, it puts it to the test. They can handle some brutality, I tell you. So inside, I mounted the servo for the brakes of the master cylinder underneath the dash. As you can see, see my shifter I built. The shifter is actually going to work too, and it's going to move back and forth from forward to reverse. But as you can see, I put the servo, that's the big quarter scale servo, I put that underneath the dash to hide it underneath there. I'm trying to hide all the electronics under the dash, and I want to put the batteries in the trunk, in the back. And I'm thinking about running 4 lipos back there. And I'm down the road, I'm going to definitely upgrade the speed controller so I can use up to 6 cells and go crazy with it. But you don't need it. It really doesn't. Right now I'm running 14.4 volts. I'm running, 2 7.4 volt lipo batteries with it, and it's pretty sick. It takes a pretty good beating. So little by little, it's coming together. I did do a test run on it, and it likes to blow donuts. I mean, pretty severely. It takes off pretty quick, and it stops on a dime. I was really impressed with. It's kind of like a Frankenstein build, and to put it all together 20 years later, and the changes I had to go through, it was a challenge and a half. I'll put it that way. But it's one of one ever made in the world, and I just said I'm going to finish it. So, like I say, it's a heavy bird, and it's fun. It's fun to take out and play. I'd like to do a running video of this thing soon, but our weather up here is really bad right now. We got just piles and piles and piles of snow, and it's taken its toll on me mentally. Or I'll probably take a break from this and start running some of my bruisers and stuff out in the snow, because you can get my plow truck out, but there's too much snow for the plow trucks I built. It's unbelievable. Yeah, like I say, guys, subscribe and share with your friends. Any questions or comments, feel free to ask. Just shoot me a message or something on YouTube. And like I say, it's Stein am Stein. It's coming together, as they say in Germany, stone by stone. And I'm pretty tickled with it, actually. I didn't think it would turn out this nice, to be honest with you. I like building like hand-built, scratch-made stuff, and this is really pushing the limits on size and weight and technology today. When I first did this, I anticipated just putting in a two-stroke weed whacker motor in it. That was my first thing. But with brushless technology, it was just coming out at that time. It was, unheard of. I should say, like nobody, you couldn't get. It wasn't refined. You couldn't get the battery power back then with the brushless system, nor a speed control to give you these kind of results that I need now. So with today's speed controllers and the lipo batteries, because they just don't feed, they dump, which is nice because it gives you instantaneous full throttle power, and this thing likes that. It does do some twisting, so it I'll probably be popping some spot welds and breaking some stuff apart, and but that's why I mounted the master cylinder outside, because my goal was to be able to remove the body and service the drivetrain if need be, because there's going to be nuts and bolts rattling and all that stuff. So, to do that, it's a simple, quick unhook the arm off the servo, unplug the motor, and the pigtails for the batteries are actually going to be wired in the car, so it'll all come apart separately. So there it is, guys. It's Saturday. It's snowing again, and Denny's on the build. So like, subscribe, and share. Show your friends. Have a good one. Adios.